Today we're doing a short video where we're going to work on some strengthening of our legs and some balance, but also some mobility through our upper body. So you will need your chair and room to move. We're just going to start by warming up our upper body. And all you're going to do is take a nice breath in. You can bend your knees a little bit as you do. And then you're going to float your arms overhead. And you're going to keep your palms up as you do, right up overhead. And once you're there, you're going to deliberately lift your shoulders and then drop them away from your ears. Then you're going to turn your hands so that your thumbs face as far forward as you can, and you're going to press those hands, those arms back down. And we're going to do 2 more like that. So nice breath in, up and over. Palms are facing each other. Shrug the shoulders. Deliberately drop them down. Flip the palms so they're facing outwards. Thumbs face forward. Press down. 1 more nice one. Nice breath in, shoulder shrug, drop the shoulders, flip the hands, and press it down. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Good. We're doing a little bit of shoulder rolls following that. So bring the shoulders forward and up and back and down. Forward and up and back and down. And although you want to make your shoulder rolls as big as possible, you want a lot of mobility here, a lot of movement, you don't want to create a lot of tension. So you're making the shoulder rolls as big as possible without letting tension creep up into your neck or, gritting your teeth or anything like that. So think relaxation, think fluid movement, big shoulder rolls. 1 more nice one. Remembering to breathe and not hold your breath. And then we're going to do one of my favorite exercises, which is single shoulder rolls with a little twist of our chest. So think if you had like a flashlight right in the front of your, like shining out from your heart, it's going to turn to each side as you do your shoulder rolls. So you're lighting up right and left. So it's a shoulder roll forward, up and back, and forward, up and back. 1 at a time. Again, trying not to create tension, but feeling how the chest moves this time from side to side. It's almost like doing backward swimming, but just with your shoulders and not with all of your arms. Again, make it big. You're keeping the legs pretty still. This is upper body. And we're doing 1 more on each side. And then reverse it. See if you can do forward shoulder rolls 1 at a time. And don't be afraid to let that upper body move side to side, right? Make your heart look to the right and the left. Stay tall in your posture. And we'll do 1 more. Forward and forward. And then relax. Lovely, lovely. Good. I like that one. We're also going to do a little bit of a stretch. So taking your hands and either interlace your fingers, or if that's not comfortable, just grab a wrist. One wrist with the other hand. Interlacing the fingers, if you do that, you're going to turn your palms away from you. Same thing if you grab a wrist, the palms are facing away. And you're straightening the elbows. You might already feel a little bit of space between your shoulder blades in the back. But you're going to do more than that if you can. And you're going to pull your chest away from the back of those hands. So you're drawing your chest away, you're pressing the hands forward. You can see I've rounded my upper back here. And it probably feels good at this point to drop the chin and look down at the toes or the knees. The shoulders shouldn't be living in the ears here. So drop the shoulders away from the ears, nice long back of the neck. And you can play around with this. This stretch should feel pretty good, and you can play around with it as far as maybe it feels better to have the hands lower or higher, or turn, reach them slightly to the right or slightly to the left, and find those tight points. And this is a lovely stretch to do if you have been sitting and working for a while. Sitting still, driving for a long time. It's a little counterintuitive because we think we've already been hunched over, but it's a really nice release for that upper spine. Restack your spine, just meaning come up to nice and tall. Gently release the hands, shake it out. And then we're gonna go the other way, and there are options for this. So taking the hands behind your back, and again, just grabbing one wrist might be enough. If you feel like, I already have a nice stretch across my chest, then this is good enough. But if you can, you're gonna interlace the fingers. Again, maybe here, you feel a nice stretch across the chest and you stop. Or if you can, you start to straighten the elbows. I feel a little stretch across the chest right there. If you're still good and it's, not a deep stretch sensation, you can lift the arms away from your back. And at some point, almost everybody here is going to get a big, deep stretch across their, front of the shoulders, right through the front of the chest. Definitely a great one to offset all of our forward postures in the day. So here, wherever you land, either keeping the elbows bent, nice stretch, straightening the elbows, or lifting the hands away, you're going to take 2 more nice breaths. And enjoy widening the front of that chest and sitting up nice and tall. And there you go. Perfect. So hopefully you feel fabulous in your upper body. We have one more before we're going to move to our legs. You're welcome to hold the chair for balance, because I'd like you to have your feet either close together or even more of a stretch. If you are holding on to the chair with your left hand, you're going to take your right leg, the leg that's away from the chair, and you're just going to cross it over the other one. Optional. Legs are optional here, but I know you'll do it someday, so throwing it in. Then you're going to take the same arm as the leg that is crossed, the one that's away from the chair, and you're going to reach it up overhead, and you're going to keep your shoulder down. No shoulders living in the ears. And if you can, get it right up overhead so you feel a nice stretch through that side body. If you're saying, oh, I don't really feel much yet, then you can lean further. Right? You got the chair there for support, and you're deepening into this big rainbow arc shape. Right? You're breathing into the side that is feeling the stretch. So try to drive your air into this side of your rib cage when you take your breath in. Reach tall, reach tall, reach tall. You're not collapsing into the stretch. And then you're restacking and lowering the arm. And if you had the leg crossed, you're uncrossing the leg. Good. And then you'll do the same thing on the other side, either coming, just turning around or flipping your chair to the other side. And again, you can have your feet together or take the leg that's away from the chair, cross it over in front. Right? You got the chair for support. The same arm as the leg that's crossed or the one that's away from the chair floats up. Nice and straight with the elbow. You're going to see if you can drop the shoulder down away from the ear. Keep a nice long neck. And then you lean as far into it as it feels good, right? So you should feel a sensation, but you're not feeling pain. It's just this subtle stretch, this feeling of length, and then you're going to breathe into that side of your rib cage. Isn't that lovely? And restack. Lower the arm, gently uncross the leg. Beautiful. Okay, ready for some legs. So now you're going to come to the front of your chair. We're going to warm up with our squats because they're so valuable. So you have your feet in parallel under your hips. You're going to look down to make sure they're actually there and not doing something that, on their own while you're not paying attention to them. And you're going to keep your back nice and straight. And you're going to the chairs there in case you decide to sit too far, it will catch you. But you're not actually going to sit in it. You're going to sit down. You're going to sit down further, and then you're going to come back up. The arms reach out forward just for a little bit of balance. Boom. Sit down further, and come up. Sit down further, and come up. One of our favorite leg exercises because you get so much done with a single exercise. And we're doing 4 more. So sit, and up. Sit, and up. 2 more. Remember to breathe. It's so easy to hold our breath. I breathe in on the way down and exhale on the way up, but it's up to you. This one we're holding down. Of course, it wouldn't be a good exercise if we didn't push ourselves a little bit. So just holding it here. Holding, the arms are reached out in front, the shoulders are down, and you're going to take 3 slow breaths. Don't rush it. While you hold it. You're frozen, no movement. Good, you probably got one more breath. Good. And then you're not done. You're going to pulse it. You're going to do like a little mini squat. Up and down. Good. Try to keep a nice, straight, tall back, long neck. The shoulders are down, no tension. For 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Come on up. Good. Legs are warmed up, eh? Good, good. Okay, now you're going to come to the back of your chair for balance. And this is a lunge or a split squat, some people call it. And I'd like you to put, to start, left hand on the chair, left foot forward. The right foot is going to step back. And here's where you have options depending on how many times you've done this video or how confident you are. So you can do a little step, bigger than your average step. Be hanging onto the chair nice and strong, tall in your upper body. The action is like a merry-go-round horse. You can't go forward and back anymore. You can only go down and straight back up, right? So you're bending both of your legs and coming back up, although probably more weight is in your front leg, all right? If you say, that was easy, I think I could go with that, then you can make it a bigger step, right? Eventually, nice big lunge, down and up. Don't start there, start with what you can do. The front knee, what I'd like to see is that it lives over the front foot. So feel free to look at that, especially as you're beginning, and make sure that as you bend your knee, right, it's staying over the foot, it's not going out to the side, in, or way, way, way beyond, right? And we are going to do 8 of these. Nice and slow, merry-go-round horse, carousel. You can only go down, you can only go up. Picture yourself as the one you always liked when you were a kid. Hold on to the chair just as much as you need, right? So you don't need a death grip if your balance is getting better. If your strength is improving, you can move to just fingertips. Eventually, maybe you don't need the chair. Today, you can use the chair. The other hand can just be out for balance or on your hip, wherever you want it to live. Take a breath in to lower down and exhale to come back up. That was already 2, right? If anything isn't comfortable, you can adjust, right? You can bring that back foot in a little bit, right? You'll notice my back foot, the heel's not on the floor. I've just got the ball of my foot, my toes, right? It would be hard to have that back foot fully on the floor and do a good lunge. So just the ball of the foot is down. And now I've been talking, so I lost count. Let's say we have 3 more. 2, good. Holding it. So you're here, and you're just as low as you can handle, right? You could be only in a little lunge, right? Maybe the carousel horse got stuck only halfway down, right? Or maybe it got stuck all the way at its lowest point, right? Whatever you can maintain, you're gonna hold it here for 3 breaths. This is a really good one. It's good, so good for balance, so good for so many things. 1 more breath. Good. We're only doing 1 set, so it's a little pulse. That leg should be tired. If you can't do it this time, that's okay. As you build strength, you can add the pulse to your future videos. Good. For 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and bring it up and step it in and shake it out. And that leg, that front leg in particular, should be talking to you. Kindly, hopefully, but anyway. Turn around or bring the chair to the other side. We are going to do the same thing with the other leg forward. So now my right hand on my chair for balance, right leg is forward, my left leg steps back, and just what I'm happy to do, right? You can get bigger as you gain confidence, or even day to day. You're having a great day, take a wider, longer step, Not such a good day, take a more shorter, narrow step. But the head is over the shoulders, over the hips. Little more weight in the front leg than the back. You can have some weight in the back and see the heels lifted, right? Don't try to have the heel down the whole time. The back leg's almost more of a balance leg and the front leg's doing the work. So here we go for 8. I'll try to count properly. I breathe in as I sit down. I exhale as I come up. If you reverse the breath, that is totally okay. If you hold the breath, it's not okay. So choose what feels, natural and rhythmic for you. And you can be looking at that front knee so that you know where it is, trying to keep it tracking smoothly, forward and back, mostly staying over the foot, not beyond the toes, and certainly not dipping in or falling out over the foot. Okay, and now how many have we done? I don't know. Sorry. Let's do one more after this. We'll hold it. So we'll hold this one down. And you can be down a little bit, or you can be down a lot, right? You're gonna hold it here, and you're gonna take 3 breaths, right? One side might be harder than the other. We have a leg that is our favorite. What can I say? So, but stay tall in your spine. Try to lift the crown of your head towards the sky, even as you're staying in your deep lunge. Perfect. And then we're going to pulse it. Don't worry if you can't pulse it right away, if it's your first time doing the video. But eventually you work up. Because when you really tire out the muscles, that's when your body responds by saying, oh, those muscles need to be stronger. And it will build more muscle for you. If you never tire out your muscles, you won't build stronger ones. Sounds simple, but. And come up, step it in, shake it out. Oh. So you should feel that. Definitely, definitely. Go back to the other side of your chair so you can have your left hand on the chair, where we started. This is a balance exercise and also a strength exercise. So your leg that's closest to the chair is staying still. It doesn't move. That's your balance leg. The hand on the chair is only there as much as you need it. So again, fingertip, a few fingertips, or full grip, whatever you need. The other leg, the leg away from the chair, you're going to keep your nice tall spine, right? You can lightly draw in with the belly, right? You can drop the shoulders. And that leg is going to come up as if you're going to bring your knee to your nose, right? You're lifting that leg as much as you can. And then what you're going to do is you're going to lower that leg and you're going to reach it back behind you. And it's okay if you tip forward with your body, because I'd like you to try to reach the toe out behind you as much as you can. You can even bend the front knee a little bit. So you're here. And then you're going to come back up, lift the knee, right? Tall in your spine. And when you reach the leg back, it's okay. The chest can come forward. You're not folding and falling apart. You have your nice straight back, but it's okay to tip forward in the chest so that you can reach the leg back behind you a little bit and even bend the front knee a little bit, right? That was you. Lift the knee, right? You should feel the hip working, and then reach it back. And you're going to do 2 more. Lift that knee, lift that knee, lift that knee. Reach it back, reach it back, reach it back, reach it back. And last one. But you know what happens in the last one, right? As you reach the leg back, I want you to hold it, right? So the leg is behind me. I'm just going to turn, you don't have to. The leg is behind me. I've leaned forward a little bit. I'm holding onto my chair. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to lift the back leg 5 times. Not by bending your knee, but by lifting the whole leg straight. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome, good. Straighten up and shake it out. You have just worked so many good hip muscles. Come to the other side. You're on the home stretch. We're doing the same thing, but on the other side. So my right hand's on the chair, my right leg next to the chair is gonna stay nice and still. First, get your height, get taller wherever you can in your body, drop the shoulders, confidence here, right? It's gonna be okay. And this free leg is gonna come up and you're gonna lift that knee towards your face as much as you can without moving your back or leaning back. Right? And then you're gonna lower the leg, and as you do, you're gonna let it go behind you. And maybe you tap here, just a little bit behind your foot. Or maybe you're saying, I'm doing well, I'm gonna really lean forward and reach back at the same time, and bend the knee slightly, and then come back up. So lift that knee, hold it for just a second when you get it there, right? To really build the strength and try to get more flexibility. And then reach it back. Good. Are you straight in your spine, nice and tall? And are you relying on the chair too much? Could you put a little less weight into that hand? Maybe move to just holding with your fingertips instead of a full grip. Right, lift the knee towards your nose, a little higher this time. And then lower the leg, reach it back. You have one more full one. So knee up, tall in your spine. Good. As you lower the leg and reach it behind you, you're going to find a place where you can hold it just for a minute, where we do our lifts, right? And then nothing moves except the back leg. You just lift it, and it's okay to lift an inch. This is not a giant movement for anybody. Right? An inch or two and lower, right? Try to stay nice and still with the rest of you. And it's okay to hold on to the chair a lot, right? You're working in the hip that's holding you up, the right one, but you're also working in the one that's lifting the leg. Good, that was more than 5, so come up. Shake it out, well done, awesome. Okay, we're gonna end with some hip circles to make our hips happy. So you can have legs a little bit wider than your hips, right? And then just circle. Behind you, to the side, in front. Remember when you used to hula hoop? And if you didn't hula hoop, just visualize. Circle the other way. Yeah, you did it. Very nice. Hopefully your upper body feels free, moving well, and you're even breathing better because you worked that rib cage. And now hopefully your legs are feeling strong and solid and your balance is better than ever. See you next time. Ciao.